You'll forgive the outmoded technology. But this was taken a few years ago, when Constance's honeycut lock still graced this house with her presence. After a while, they all looked the same. Some writhing about, a few panicked swipes at various parts of the body, a scream or two, and then thunk. They fall to the floor. Miss Pruitt was rather imaginative, using the fridge and all. Of course, it was I who gave her the idea. I guess this is some student's idea of a joke. The proof that you were so ardently looking for, Miss Sanchez. Oh, and that Solemnosis invicta egg, the oversized one that you put into the incubator at the lab. Alas, there was a defect with the heating system, and the egg crumbled into dust as a result. It disappeared, Miss Sanchez. Oh, but first, let me get your cell phones. Well, let's get this show on the road!
Hey, Liv, you were right. If these notes are accurate, he's breeding larger and larger fire ants with every hatch. Call me.
Miss Sanchez, it seems you have a message.
What is that? That noise?
Stridulation. It's the sound that fire ants make. But usually you can't even hear it because it's such a small sound.
Unless there are billions and billions of them. If you could see yourself from the heavens, as God does, you would see yourself as the center of a bullseye. You really must excuse me, but now I have to deal with your meddlesome friend.
What can we do?
I wish I knew.
Don't you wear glasses?
I took them off. They're in my pocket.
Well, maybe if I could get them out with my teeth, maybe. Here, lean over.
Hello?
Listen, Evan, they're on their way to the attachment, not to us. They'll probably pass right over us if we just...
Over us? Over us? Like over our bodies?
Yeah, I think so. Just focus your mind on one thing and don't let it wander.
And what happens if we move?
Don't think about it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Here, try this. How would you describe my breasts?
What?
My breasts. How would you describe them in one word? Just one.
You're crazy, lady. Pert.
What?
Pert. Or describe your breasts as pert.
Pert, that's good, right?
Yeah. Pert's great. Pert's terrific.
I can't wait to tell Marnie.
You would dare search my belongings? You would dare? I'll show you everything you ever wanted to see. And far more than you ever believed possible. Everything.
I'll be damned. Look where we are.
All right, come on.
We could rush him. Why not?
Come on.
Because he'd shoot her, then shoot you and me. Bang, bang, bang.
Hey. Remember me? I think Dr. Locke should exert some control over those nasty fire ants. Well, Dr. Locke did. Dr. Locke made them bigger and better and more obedient. Dr. Locke even made the fire ant queens get along. That Dr. Locke, he's a regular Henry Kissinger. Now I'm going to show you something you've never seen before. Oh! You're a bitch! How convenient you've made it. Please, have a seat. Now, who will be first? No, that would be too simple. Too quick. And you wouldn't get to see her. Yes, Miss Sanchez. A queen. The queen of all queens. A queen who's ready to fly and start a new colony of Solipnosis Invicta Gigantica. The ant who will become known throughout the world as the Locke Ant. See, this isn't about some petty land acquisition scheme. This is about my ant and immortality! Homage must be paid for all these years of breeding, all these years of care. She will have her first big meal. No. No.
The ants. They're coming. They'll kill her.
Oh, no. Adieu. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
The fire ant loves the eye!
Be careful. Calling for help. Ugh.
Looks like that stings.
See, he was breeding ants.
Including a giant ant.
And that's what killed him. He kept them in here. Whenever he wanted new land, he'd put this on the land. And then he used stridulation to excite them.
Yeah, it really was brilliant. He could make them breed when he wanted them to. He could make them go where he wanted them to go. He should be on the cover of Time.
Except for he's on the cover of Dead. Oh, come on, ladies. He was just another greedy bastard who used all this to buy land cheap, right? He was interested in real estate, not science.
Could I please have the name of the deceased?
Hamilton Locke.
Do you know the victim's occupation?
Entomologist.
You're gonna spell that right?
Myrmecologist, actually. He was a myrmecologist.
Hey. I thought you'd never get out of there.
I know. They kept asking me stuff. And then I kept telling them, and they'd repeat my answer back to me like I was crazy. Especially when I told them about how Locke had that first egg and destroyed it, and then I had another one, and... What's the matter?
It's just hard. I went back over all that stuff about Corey.
Aww. Tell me that Shakespeare quote, you know, from that day.
What day?
You know what day.
She loved me for the dangers I had passed, and I loved her that she did pity them. It's from Othello. These are the perils of falling for someone in the English department. So what do you think?
I think that Locke's breeding program was absolutely brilliant. I mean, he was able to...
I'm not talking about Locke and his goddamn ants. All right, I'm talking about...
I know what you're talking about. And I don't know. I have a job offer in Mexico. I guess I didn't tell you about that.
Well, there's something I didn't tell you.
And what would that be?
I, too, have an offer. From a publisher. For a gag book entitled 101 Uses for a Dead Fire Ant.
Get out!
No, it's true. And so I'm portable. I mean, Mexico sounds like a great place to write the sequel.
What will the sequel be about?
Well, I'm thinking cockroaches.
Oh! You know, there's a really interesting species of cockroach in Veracruz.
Veracruz? Your job is in Veracruz?
No. But it would be well worth a side trip. These cockroaches are fascinating. They're carnivorous.
Oh, can't wait for that one. Flesh-eating cockroaches.